Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A lot of things happened on the Ukrainian front today. The so called massive Russian offensive started, according to the Ukrainians. I covered it on two other videos earlier today, and I will make videos with some updates whenever something extraordinary happens. In this case, the Russians, in this video at least, I'm going to use one article that gives us some information that the Russians are not attacking, are on the offensive only in the Luhansk and Donetsk Oblasts, but they are also in the Sumy Oblast. And Sumy Oblast is in the north, and I will give you some maps, and I have an article here. So let's start with the article and find the damage, and then go and put it in the geographical setting. So first, this is the article coming from an Ukrainian media outlet, Ukrainska Pravda. It is from Friday, February 10th, 2023. So this is from tomorrow. I take you in the future. Russians attack 7 hromadas in Sumy Oblast with almost 100 strikes reported. So let's see where Sumy Oblast is. So this is Ukraine here, and in red is what's under Russian occupation, or how you want to call that. And Sumy is northwest of Luhansk, right here, in between Chernihiv and Kharkiv. And I will give you another map right here. This is Sumy Oblast right here. So this is Chernihiv right here in the north, the northest here, with Sumy Oblast right here. And then you have Kharkiv, and then you have Luhansk, and then you have Donetsk, and then you have Zaporozhye, and then you have Kherson, and then you have here Crimean Peninsula, and here somewhere is Odessa. Anyway, and here Kharkiv. Now here the Russians bombarded, hit. I don't think they invaded Sumy Oblast. I know they came down here, down south towards Kiev, which is somewhere right here. Kiev. So let's go and see Kiev. Kiev is right here on the Donetsk River, which goes like this. This is Donetsk River, cuts Ukrainian too. And Kiev is here, and Sumy Oblast is right here. Again, I'm going to go to see Sumy, and Kiev is probably right here somewhere. So they bombarded here. The offensive occurs here, on this area here, the biggest offensive right here. So let's see. During 9th of February, Russians launched attacks on several territorial hromadas, and a hromada is an administrative unit designating a town, village, or several villages and their adjacent territories. In Sumy Oblast, there were 97 strikes. There were reports of people injured and buildings damaged. This is according to Sumy Oblast Military Administration. Details. In the Yunakivka Hromada, there were 10 strikes. As a result of a mortar attack on one of the villages, a private house was damaged and local residents were injured. In the Bilopilia Hromada, 3 private houses were damaged. I will skip this private houses and residents, because I will start by saying that Russian probably hit only residential buildings and residents, citizens, not military, because that's the way we are told the Russians are. Anyway, in the Estman Hromada, again, a few buildings, no victims. Apart from this, as a result of a mortar attack on one of the villages in the Snob Novhorodske Hromada, an outbuilding was damaged. There was no damage in other hromadas, and that's it. That's the great attack in Sumy Oblast right here. As I said, the invasion, the offensive, new offensive is in this area right here. So the reason why I'm trying to, and I'm avoiding reading that the Russians are killing only civilians and blow up only residential buildings, hospitals, kindergarten, schools, and so on, is because that's how the Ukrainians or the mass media wants us to think that only those are the targets the Russians are hitting. On the other hand, the other way around seemed to never happen. Now, if you bothered, and I don't know if you did or not, to get some information outside of the Ukrainian side, probably you want to find out that these things occur in all directions. Civilians are the victims in the first place because they are the most vulnerable. Now, I'm not including the ones that are really actively engaged in fighting, which those are the real facing death willingly or by order. But civilians, they just have the bombs dropped on their heads and they can't do much about it. It's happened like this whenever in history, and if you ever heard that it's only one side who does that, then I can sell you a bridge, and better than that, you can lend me about, I don't know, at least $20,000, and with 3,000% interest, and I promise you I'll give it to you tomorrow. So if you don't fall for that, don't fall for these media outlets that tell you this. So thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.